last time we did a lot because we started with theory part. We did the overview of the packet trace. We also did the configuration of devices, that is command line interface using console port or devices command line. Yeah, so we also did command line modes, how we enter the switches, the routers. So we are talking of user mode, enable mode, global configuration mode, interface mode, and the others. We also managed to set up passwords. We did all the passwords, like the enable password, console password. We also did the auxiliary passwords. Then we also did switches, which is layer 2. We did the ether channel, the only concept we did. And we also, if I'm not mistaken, we did the on routers. We started adding IP addresses. Yeah, I think this is where we stopped. So for today, of course, we're going to set up everything, just joining everything. So to see how these devices are connected, how they really work together, forming a network. And we'll extend our wired network to wireless network using the access point. So we'll add the access point to our network. If time allows, we will start access control list. Yeah, so that's it for this webinar. I hope by the end of the day we'll be able to do this. Yeah, so let's go to our packet tracer. This is our packet tracer. We already introduced it last time. Unless if there are questions, welcome whenever you feel like you are going astray. And also if you have a point, feel free to add on what we are doing here. So welcome to today's webinar. I think we're going to start on setting up the DHCP, DNS, and the HTTP. DHCP, Dynamic Host Control Protocol. I think if most of tech guys, networking guys, we are already aware of what DHCP is. We set a server so that it populates the IP addresses automatically to our end devices. So we are going to set the DHCP, the DNS, domain naming system, and the HTTPS, which is a web server. All these are servers. So we are going to set them individually, not as maybe using virtual, maybe one server, because one server can also host all these. One server, meaning the hardware part, can host all these servers, but we are going to do them individually. All right, let's get started. So let's check our router. Which one should we use? All right, let's use this one. Yeah, this is our router. Router 1. Then we can have 2 switches. Yeah, so which switch should we use? Let's have 2960. So this is a switch. Yeah, so this is a switch. This is a switch, and this is a router, and this is a switch. We have 2 switches and 1 router. We can also have end devices. Let's have PCs here. 2 PCs, a laptop and a desktop. You can also have another one here, a laptop and a desktop. Let's have our servers. This is a server. This first server, second server. Let's put another server here for the sake of space. Yeah, so let's connect them. We're clicking on connections. If we want to connect them automatically, we can use this, but if we can do them manually, we'll be selecting the type of cable we would like to use. So for example, when I'm connecting dissimilar devices which are not similar, use the copper straight through. So I'm connecting it to the computer, which is a laptop. Then I'm also connecting this desktop to our switch. Let's connect the switch. Let's connect a switch to a router. Yeah, so another cable from router to a switch. You can use gigabit Ethernet as our port. Yeah, so we've connected the switches to our router. Let's also finish by connecting our end devices. We have a server here. We can also have another server here. I hope we are able to see what I'm doing. Yes, and this is the last computer we've connected, which is a desktop. Yeah, so we have created our network with 1 switch, with 1 router and 2 switches. Oh, we forgot to connect this other server here. So let's connect the server to this other switch. Yes, so I hope we are able to see now. We have connected the devices. We can see we have these are the interfaces. First Ethernet 0/2, this is an interface to the switch. Gigabit 0/1, an interface to the switch. Yeah, so these are the interfaces. Okay, now we can think of the network we are going to use, the IP addresses. Yeah, so let's think, because we're still designing, what should we use here? All right, we can use network 192.168.1.1. So this is 192.168.1.1. If it is the network, then it's .1.0, but this is an IP address which will be used with this network, which is also a default gateway to this. Yeah, so I can put it like this. This interface gigabit 0/0, we use IP address 192.168.1.1, and this other interface, let's give it 192.168.1 .2.1. Yeah, so this is another interface. So this interface of the router, we use 192.168.2.1 as the default gateway. So if it is the network, then it is 192.168.2.0. Here is 192.168.1.0. These are default, also known as default gateways, because they are interfacing our router. Yeah, so these are the IP addresses. So we need to configure them, so that we need to set these interfaces up as we used last time. Okay, for the router, as you can see, we're going to use the command line interface to set up our routers to turn up our interfaces. So we're going to do command line interface. We are in here. We just to put no or just N for no and click enter. When you press enter, you are into user mode. Here for configuration, we're supposed to go into configuration mode. So then let's put enable mode. After enable, then let's enter configuration mode. Config T. Then enter. Now we're into configuration mode. Let's set our first IP address for this interface, gigabit 0/0. So interface, as entering into that interface gigabit 0/0, and press enter. We are inside that interface. We want to add our IP address, which is one IP add 192.168.1.1. This is our IP address for that interface. Then subnet mask, which is 255.255.255.0. This IP address is for class C. As you can see, 192.168.1.1 is an IP address from class C. Yeah, if you are new to IP addresses, then that's it for now. We'll have special lessons for that in the coming webinars. All right, so then hit enter. Then we put no shut. It's a short form for no shutdown to turn on the interface. Then say enter. As you can see here now, it has turned to green. Then Control Z, then WR to save the configurations into memory. Yeah, so the interface is up, as you can see. Okay. All right, I apologize. my screen wasn't shared, but I think now you are able to see it clearly. Yeah, so we've changed the state of this interface app. We have added the IP address to this router. Yeah, so let's also add another IP address, another network to the other interface of the router. Yeah, so just hit enter to enter configuration mode, config T. We're into configuration mode. Then interface. Interface, what's our interface? Gigabit 0/1. Gigabit 0/1. Then hit enter. Yeah, we are into that interface. Let's add an IP address, which is also our network for that interface. 192.168.1.2.1. So this is our default, also our default gateway. Let's put an subnet mask for this network to 255.255.255.0. Hit enter. Oh, all right. There's an error for this command. We should start with IP add. Then hit enter. Yeah, so it's working. Now no shutdown to turn on the state. As you can see, the state has been changed to up. To save, hit Ctrl+Z, then WR to save the configuration. So we have saved the configurations. Our interfaces are up, as you can see. For this is you can just click next here to speed up the process of STP. Yeah, so we've turned the interfaces up. We have 192.168.2.1 and 1.1. So this network will use this IP address, and this network will use this IP address. All right. Let's rename our servers. We say that we'll have DHCP server. DHCP server. Let's give this DHCP. This one DNS, and this one HTTP. Yeah, so these are our servers. As I said, I'll configure them individually. We can at some time we can use just one server to save all of these in one device. It's also possible. And you should also remember that we can also save, or we can also make the router to be a DHCP server. Yeah, we can configure a router to be a DHCP server. Yeah, so this is HTTP server for web server, DNS for domain naming, to name our websites, to locate our website. We use the DNS, and this just keeps the files for our websites. DHCP is there to distribute IP addresses automatically to our end devices. So we want to see all of these devices in action. All right. What should we do? Should we give them I'm starting to give these IP addresses static IP addresses. For the DHCP, I'll start by giving it a static IP address. In what network? It's .1.1. So for it, I'll just say 192.168.1.1. This is, no, it can't be .1 because this is a default gateway. .154 for easy. Yeah, I'm giving it 154. This is the subnet mask, and let's have a default gateway. Default gateway is the same as the one on the router on the router interface. So .1.1 is the default gateway. All right. What about the DNS? We haven't given it an IP address, but we can just guess. Let's give it because it is on this side where we have a .2.1 network. We are going to give it. Let's just change here. It's 2.154 net IP address. This is for our DNS. For us not to confuse, let's rename it. Let's give it the IP address here, and the DHCP here. Let's give it its IP address, which is 1.154. Yeah, so what I'm doing is giving these servers static IP addresses, as you can see. So we are remaining with the HTTP server. I will also give it a static IP address. For automatic IP addresses, I will use only the devices for the time being. All right, our HTTP server will have 2.153. Let me give it 2.153. So the subnet mask is the same for class C addresses. Default gateway is the same as on the interface of our router. So this is our default gateway, and the DNS is this one, 2.154. Yeah, so this is our DNS server. All right, I've given it an automatic addresses to all our servers. What next? All right, then let's configure DHCP so that these networks should communicate. These devices should get their IP addresses. For DHCP, as you can see, then it has this static IP address. Then for the service, as DHCP server, we'll go to service. I will turn on the, okay, these are the servers, the software for the servers. What we want, we can just choose from this panel. All right, we want to do DHCP, then we click DHCP. How to set DHCP? We'll turn it on first. Then we write the server pool. The server pool name. Yeah, so it's just a pool name for the like take our network. It can have different pools. Like this one is the first pool for this network. Default gateway. Let's give it. This network is 1. for the default gateway 1.1. The pool name is just server pool. Then DNS server, we already know that our DNS server is 2.154. Then start IP address. Start IP address, where are we going to start? Where will the first IP, what will be the first IP address? We have 192.168.1.0. We can start at, let's take at 10. It's where our end devices will start getting the IP addresses. Then we have subnet mask. Automatically, it's a class C subnet mask. Maximum number of users. How many devices do we want to use this network? So we can configure here. Let's give it 100. You can give it any number that is below 255. Yeah, so I think this is enough. Since it's already there by default, this is a default pool name, so we can just save it. Yeah, so we have saved our first pool. Because we have two networks which will be using our server, we are supposed to have another pool for this network, which is 168.2.1 network. We have configured the first one. Yeah, we have configured the first one. Let's add the second pool, which is .2 network. So what we can do is just to say pool 2. So this is just a name. You can give it any name. All right, on the default gateway, we have 2.1. And the DNS server is the same. We have 2.154 as our DNS server. Where are we going to start? Our starting IP address is 192.168.1.10. Yeah, so we just have to change here. It must be 2 here, since it should correspond to our network. Number of users we have put, it can be the same 100. Yeah, then we'll first add it. Yeah, so we have 2 pools there for our DHCP. It means our devices will be getting the IP addresses from this range, from 10 to whatever number. Yeah. This is our DHCP configuration. We can try it. Let's try to use our DHCP. Then we'll click our device, our end device, which is our laptop. Then click. Yeah, so by default it's a static. Let's give it an IP address using DHCP. So I hope you can see here, this is how we have created, and it is under 192. This device IP address is 192.168.1.10, the first one, the one we said we should start with 10, and this is our default gateway. This is our DNS server. I hope we are clear on this one. Yeah, so this is, let's see, let's give it, so that we shouldn't confuse this IP, this laptop's IP address, it's 1.10. Yeah, so for this network, this is the IP address for this laptop. Yeah, you can cover it like that. And let's go for the desktop. Under this network, we go configurations and just click DHCP.
So you see, our DHCP is working this side. This is .11. Our device is .11. So again, let's name our device as .11. .11. Yeah. Yeah, for this network, it's just fine. But I don't think it will be possible for us to get the IP addresses here. Let's check if it's possible. By going to desktop, then IP configuration, then call for DHCP on the other network. You see, it has failed to get the IP address. DHCP failed. APIBA is being used. What it means here, it has automatically created the IP addresses for this device. It has failed to get from our DHCP server. APIBA, it means automatic private IP addressing is being used. Automatic private IP addressing. It just creates automatically so that they should communicate. But it has failed to get from DHCP server. So these are two different networks. It can't work because the router here does not receive the broadcast. It discards the broadcast. For it to work, we are supposed to configure the router so that it can accept those broadcasts and go through the other network. I hope we are able to follow what is happening. Yeah, so let's configure this router so that it should allow those we have to do command helper address. Let's en to enter enable mode, then config t then it is IP helper address. Then we put the address of our server, the subnet address of our server, which is 192.168.1.154 and hit enter. All right, then let's save, Control Z, then WR to save into memory. Yeah, so let's try again to do DHCP. It's still blinking. that error. Helper IP, helper address, router. Let us have our cheat sheet. Helper address. Where are we wrong? Where are we going wrong? Oh, where are we wrong? Why is it not working, this one? Okay, it's because we are having two networks. So it is having problems with doing the broadcast. All right, what I'll do, okay, let us just use one network for the time being. Let's let's remove these. Okay. Yeah, we are going to use one network so that it should work, but for that work we are supposed to use that helper IP helper address, but it is not working, so we'll figure out what has gone wrong. But for this time, let's just use one network. So for us to use one network, it means we have only this network. What we can do is join this switch. Join this switch. Yeah, so then let's speed up the STP process.
Hello, brother Abraham. Can you try to mute your mic? Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, hi, Brian.
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking to brother Abraham. Can you try to mute your mic?
Hi, Ibrahim, I just.
All right.
Yes, Ibrahim. Yes.
Oh, I should turn off my microphone.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we've just joined the, we are using one network now just because of that configuration. We are supposed to do the helper address. It did not work. So we've dismantled the two networks. Then we are going to use this one only. So I think now we can call for the DHCP because it's still the same network. Yeah, so if I call for the network, yeah, so this one has taken this IP address .1.12 because it's one network. Let's rename this laptop B12.12. Yeah. Let's also do it with this.
Yeah, so it has been taken this IP address .13.1.13. Let's rename this as .1.13. Yeah, so I hope you can see how the DHCP works. That's it. DHCP helps us to have IP addresses in a faster way than the static method. So for this network, we have managed to come up with those IP addresses. Okay, we are sure that these computers are communicating. For now, let's try to ping to see if they are able to communicate. We are going to use our command prompt. Let's ping the DHCP server, ping 192.1.154. 190. Oh, there is a mistake there. Okay, we made a mistake with that one. Let's try to ping this one. Ping 192.168.1.154. Yeah, so as you can see, we are able to send data to this server. This is the IP address for this server, and we are in this computer. So we are able to communicate because this is one network, and we are able to communicate. Same should apply to these other devices. For example, we can say this again, command prompt this, yeah, an error. Let's try to ping this laptop here, which is 168.1.1.10. So if we ping, yeah, we are receiving the signal. As you can see, we sent 32 bits. Time take to it's 1 millisecond. Time to leave 128. So packet sent 4, received 4, loss is equal to 0. We are able to communicate with these devices in this network. All right. Now let's see. We have seen what the DHCP server is doing. Now let's try to do the DNS and the HTTP server. Okay. The DNS is there to direct us to find the website and its associated IP addresses. So we are supposed to configure the DNS so that it is able to see the HTTPS. Yeah, it doesn't matter even if it was with 2 routers, they work the same as long as the routers are communicating. So let's start with the DNS. What is it? Okay, we go to services. Services, then we'll say DNS. Yeah, so we have to turn it on first. and put the name of our of our website. What is our website? Okay. Let's give it, take it up. I just give it take. You can say www.google.com here, or Google, or whatever. It's just a name. Yeah, so you put the name of your website here. We are inside the DNS. We are configuring the DNS. So you put the name of your website here. Then here, you put the IP address for the web server. This web server. What did we say this web server is? Let's see yeah, so it's this one. This is the IP address for the server. Let's copy it. Let's put it here. Let's copy it and put it here. HTTP IP address, this one. Yeah, so we are able to see the IP address. Yeah, so this is the IP address for this DNS server. Then we go into DNS server again. Let's put the IP address here. This website name is associated with this web server. So what it means is that this DNS server will look, when you are browsing, you'll be searching for this name, and the DNS server will be directing you to this address, IP address, which is the web server. All right, so let's add. Yeah, so as you can see, we've added our website in the DNS server. We can add more here. We can add more than one. As you can see, you can add. Yeah, so that's it for the DNS server. Then let's go to HTTPS. HTTPS hypertext protocol. Hypertext protocol. Hypertransfer should be hypertransfer text protocol. All right, we are in HTTPS service. So here we are. By default, it is always on. By default, it is always on. As it is now, let's, for example, by default it is on. Let's see what is inside here and try to change it. Let's go to the DNS server again and edit our DNS here. Let's put the default one. Just remove it. Let's just remove it. Okay, we've removed our website there, and by default, let's see what's there. Let's try to browse from this computer. Yeah, so here you can see what we can do here is just put in the IP address for the HTTP server. So here we can search by, because we don't know the name of our website here, so it will come as a default and hit enter. Wow. Since we've tampered with it, maybe we've changed something. All right. It can't take us there. Let's still use the one we edited, HTTPS, HTTP DNS. All right. there is no record, so let's give it tag. Let's give it this name tag, and let's repeat the IP address, that one, then let's save. Let's add, yeah, so we've added this one, and let's go to HTTPS. Let's edit the HTTPS. By default it is there. Let's edit the welcome page for our website to match what we have added. So you can delete there. It is all about Cisco. Welcome to take it up. Yeah, so here let's put some line here. Yeah, so we should save this. Here also it shouldn't be about Cisco. We're changing it to take it up. Take it up. Take it up. Yeah, so save. Yeah, we'll save the record. We've saved our welcome page in the HTTP server of our website. So let's try to browse again and see if we are going to get there. Yeah, so this is our web browser. How should we search? Okay, let's start by IP address 1.192. Let's just put 192.168.1. Oh, I see the mistake here. 254, it won't work. 253, it won't work. It won't work because of the IP address. This IP address was for that other network. So this is the problem here. We have this IP address. Can we set it for, it should get the automatic one? Yeah, so this was the problem. Let's try to do it with, yeah, so let's see, give it .14. Yeah, so there was a problem with the IP address. It couldn't find our website, so it's 1.14. And this DNS server 2 should be changed. Should give it, should set it to automatically. Yeah, so .15. So it means we have to change everything here because we changed that network, that other network. We removed the other network. We forgot to change this. .115. Yeah, for it to work, we're supposed to have DNS here too. Then we're supposed to change why is it not responding? Okay, here our DHCP, the DNS should have changed to 1.15. Okay,
our desktop here, so we should give it static as it is. Here it should change to DNS 15, then here should be 1. Yes, so we are changing everything, even the service here as DNS. We are supposed to change this, so we need to edit here. It should be 1514. Yes, for it should match with this server, HTTPS server. Yeah, so I hope this should work. All right, let's save the records. So that's why it was giving us that error that time. All right, let's try to search our website by going into our browser. Our browser, then let's start by 192.168.1.14. Let's try to search it. Yes, so that's it. We are able to find our web page using the server. We can also use okay, let's see. We have used the IP address to search our server here. We can also use our name. Let's go into this computer and search using the name. It's too slow. Yeah, we named our website as the tech, so we can search by name on our page like this. So let's see if we can get what we are doing. Oh, please. Whoa, why? Why is it taking long? Something is wrong. Maybe the device, the end device. Let's see the end device configurations. This computer, let's see. Yeah, so it has a problem too because it has this DNS server. It still has this DNS server IP address, the one we removed. So let's give it a static IP address. 192.168.1.1. Oh, this is what I was like. 192.168.1.11. IP address, gateway. Let me just copy this one. I copy this. Paste here the gateway. This one, and the DNS server should be 15.15. Let's put 5 here. Yeah, so I think save this. Yeah, let's try to search it again. Yeah, so say take, then still problems.
Yeah, it still can't find this. Where is the problem? Here, everything is just fine here. .1.5, the DNS server. This one. Okay. Let's see the configurations here. It's still keeping the old one. So this is the problem. Why the DHCP not working properly? Yeah, it's still keeping. Okay, let's give it a static IP address. This one should be 14. Subnet mask as usual, default gateway as usual, and DNS should be 15. Yeah, so I hope this should work. Let's finish by configuring even this one so that we shouldn't have those problems. Why is it not giving static? So we are changing from DHCP to static just to give the confirm that the IP addresses should be the same. 1.5 subnet mask, default gateway, then the DNS server, yeah, should be 15. Okay. All right, so I hope the configurations also about the DNS server should be this on service, DNS, this one. What IP address is there? We did edit 1 dot IP address 1.1.4. Then save. Yeah, I think it should work now. All right, let's try again. What are we trying to see? Let's go to the browser of our desktop. Okay, let's try check. Yeah, so that's it. It is working. There is a confusion between the DHCP we used earlier and the new one, so we had to type statically the addresses so that it should work. Yeah, so that's it. That's how it works. We have seen how the DHCP is working, the DHCP is working, the DNS is working. Yeah, so that's it. That's how these servers work. You can browse and you can populate the IP addresses automatically. But you can also do them manually as we are doing them, punching them manually. Yeah. Yeah, so this is it. We've managed to do those configurations. Let's see our to-do list. What next? We've done DHCP. We can now talk of access point. We need to put our network, to extend our network to wireless. We need to extend our network to wireless. Yeah, so for us to extend the network to wireless, we are supposed to have those devices we call access points. Access points. Yeah, so let's come here. Is it under end devices? Yeah. So we have end devices here. Let's locate the access point. Smartphone. Where do we get the access point? We have the printer, the tablet, the smartphone, AP. Where are you, the AP? Am I on the right? Am I all right? Yeah, so I was wrong. Okay, these are the devices. Let's locate the access point. We can choose any. We can choose any, like this one. So that it should give space to the extended Wi-Fi. All right, so this is the access point. We're going to extend this wire. This is wired network. We are supposed to have wireless network. So for us to extend wired network, we have to use the access point. We are all aware of this, I think, unless otherwise. Yeah, so this gets the IP addresses automatically from the DHCP. So we've connected our access point. Then we are supposed to have the devices connected to our internet. Let's use this laptop. To be accessing the network of the wireless network. So we are going to use the laptop, then we can also use the smartphone. Okay. We can also bring in another access point. Let's say we are having 2 floors. This is the ground floor and the other one the top floor. Right, is it the same with what I chose at first? Should be this one. So let's try to remove this one. Cancel. Yeah, so this is the access point to this side. We are assuming that we are having maybe story building and having maybe 2 floors. So this other switch is on top and the other is on the ground floor. So we are having these access points just to distribute the network wirelessly. Yeah, so I hope you are getting the idea here. All right, let's connect the the access point to the switch. Yeah, it has been connected, as you can see. Yeah, so this one connects by default. When it finds an access point, it connects because it has a network card automatically. It has a network card inbuilt in the phone, so it connects automatically to the access point. It's the same way. If I can bring another tablet here to connect automatically by default. You see? So it has connected to using this one. Yeah, so another laptop to access the Wi-Fi network, this one. Yeah, so these are default connections with smartphones, but with a laptop it's different. It cannot connect
by default you are supposed to configure a laptop. First of all, let's configure this access point as giving it a name and the SSID. Okay, we can just name it if we want, that is, and give it the name sales. This side, it should be sales. Then here, nothing to do, but on port 1, yeah, here we are supposed to configure our access point. So by default, it comes with this. So we are supposed to change it according to maybe our department. You can name it as sales. Yes, so this is the SSID, the name for the Wi-Fi. Whenever you are with a smart device like a phone or a laptop, it will check for a Wi-Fi, and this name will appear on the device. Then you click the name and enter the password to access that Wi-Fi. So for it to be secure, you're supposed to give it a password. If you let it like this, then anyone will be accessing your Wi-Fi. So for it to be secure, you're supposed to give it password. So you can see what encryption would you like to give it. So for example, I can give it WPA2 here. So what should be the password? I can just say at 20 cells, like that. So let's see, 2023 cells, at 2023 cells. So you can see the encryption type here. Yeah, so the password is being encrypted using this type. So here we've configured our access point. You can see here that now our smartphone has connected to this access point. Why? Because this access point has been configured. For one to access this access point has to put the password. So it has chosen to get connected to this one. Yeah, so let's connect the laptop. We have to configure it first. For the laptop, we have to give it the network card. So we have to turn off the laptop. Here is the switch. We have to turn off the laptop and locate where the network card is. Should be here. So you can see you have to remove it and put it aside. Then bring in a network card. So you choose out of these modules. For example, this is our network card. Let's bring it here. After that, let's turn it on. Yeah, so we've turned on our network. We've turned on our network. Where is it accessing the network now? You see, it is accessing this router, which is not what we want. We want to access it this one. So let's give it the config wireless yeah, so here at config wireless, then you see here they are saying put the SSID. What you can do here is just to put the SSID. We've named it sales. Then what encryption are we using? We said WPA2 whatever here. So we have to remember the password. We said at sales, at 2023 sales. So I hope this should work.
unless if there's some here. So as you can see here now, we are connected to our wireless network. Yeah, it's the same with this smartphone. We wanted to connect to this access point cells. What we can do, we also go to config and we choose wireless. On wireless, we put the default, no, not the default, but we put the SSID, which is the name of the Wi-Fi cells. Then our password. Then we say at 2023 cells. Yeah, so it should come automatically. As you can see here, it has been disabled since we have reconfigured it. Yeah, so if we close, it should be connected to this smartphone. As long as the credentials are okay, it should be connected to this access point. As you can see now, our smartphone can access the Wi-Fi. It has used the DHCP to get the IP addresses. Somewhere we're still having this because we haven't disabled. It should be here in the router. In the router, we are supposed to disable the other interface. Let's take put in config T, then interface gigabit 0/1, then enter, then no IP at to remove the IP address for this interface. Yeah, so Control Z, then WR. Yeah, so I think this one should do show IP interface brief. Yeah, so as you can see now, we have disabled that. We are only having one IP address. We are having one network, which is up, which is .1.1. It's up. We forgot that. That's why we've been having problems in connecting using DHCP. So I think this, if we use DHCP again, let's try to refresh and see what we can have. Yeah, so it has taken these IP addresses, but on the DNS server, it still keeps this. I think we need to deconfigure that. All right, same goes with this one. We can do DHCP or manually to configure this. Anyway, let's just leave it as it is because we want to be doing much with the DNS. We can leave it as it is, but we're supposed to remove the DNS using static IP address. But all in all, we are able to communicate here. So that's it about the this side. So let's rename this other side as the IT access point, ICT, in capital letters, ICT. Yes, so this is ICT. Let's configure this side, which is maybe the ground floor. Let's enter our access point. Then config. Let's rename our access point as a ICT. Yeah, so let's go into port 1. let's give it a name as the ICT. Then let's give it a password. Let's say at 2023 ICT. Yeah, so that's it. The encryption, just okay. We should remember the password. Yeah, so you see, by default, these have been disabled because we configured the access point. Now let's configure the laptop. Laptop, as usual, let's switch it off and give it a network card. Give it this one, then let's turn it on, then go config, then wireless, and let's try to put in the name of our access point, Wi-Fi name, ICT. So then the password should be at 2023 ICT. Yeah, so I think this should auto. Yes, we've managed to connect this. Let's go to our smartphone. Then config wireless. Let's put the SSID for the network we want. ICT. Network. The password at 2023 ICT. Yeah, so this is it. Let's close. Yeah, so this is how we have extended our network. From here, you can connect these devices. Let's see what has happened. Yeah, so it is working. The DNS server, as we've said, we're supposed to disable it, but it's okay. So let's try to ping our DNS. Let's ping to this laptop. See if our network command prompt. Ping. Let's see if it is connecting. Ping 192.168.1.10. Hit enter. Yeah, so they are communicating. Because they are on one network, it's just fine. Yeah, so I think at this point we are able to set our network using our switch, our router, and having two switches. This is just one network. Yeah, so this is it. I don't know if there are questions before I go to the other part. I will just start it, maybe. Yeah, I'll just start it. But this is it about the DHCP, DNS, and the extending the wired network to wireless network. Yeah, I hope it's clear. All right, for now, you can switch to, I don't think we'll just start this a little bit because we've done a lot. We just start this, maybe in another session we'll finish. We're supposed to have 2 routers now. I just want to demonstrate how 2 routers, which means 2 networks, can communicate. Then in the other chapter, it will take us to ACL if time goes, but I think we want to be going through ACL because with time, and we've already covered it out. Yeah, so this is it about yeah, so I can remove these and start afresh with the new configurations. Okay, let me just remove one side. Yeah, let me remove one side. One side. Yeah, so I deleted this side so that I should come up with another network just to show how two routers can communicate. It's different with one router. All right. Yeah, so this is .1.11 network. Let's have another network. Let's introduce another router. This router should be what? And just choose a name. Yeah, so that's another router. Let's join them. So automatically it names it as router 1. Let's have a switch again. A switch here. Switch and put it here. Let's have some end devices as usual. These, just a few. These two. Okay, then let's connect them. Yeah, so this other side, we can say maybe we have 2 branches or whatever, our campus is too big, then we are having 2 routers, which means more than one network. Yeah, so all these interfaces have to have IP addresses configured. So which means we are supposed to have different networks. So for example, this is .1. Let's say, let me do quickly. Give me the charger, please. All right. .1, let it be .2. .1 network, yeah. Or .0 network. So this interface should be all right. Now I'm back. This interface should be 2.1, and this other one should be 2.2. This should be 2.2. Yeah, so this is single network. Yeah, what while this one, let's give it 3.1. Yeah, like 3.1. Yeah, so as you can see, these are different networks. We have 1.1 here, which is already working, and 2.1, 2.0. This is 2.0 network. This is 1.0 network, then 2.0 network, and 3.0 network. You see, so we have to configure them so that they work all together. Yeah, so for let's say try to turn the interfaces up so I'll be faster to cope with time. En config T what network our interface is int G0/1. Our network is let's add IP address 192.168.255.255.255.0 as the subnet mask, then enter. No shutdown, enter, then control C to save. Yes. So that's it for this router. Let's come to this router. We have two networks. Let's go to command line. No enable on config D int. What interface is this? Gigabit 0/0. Enter. IP add 192.168.2. Then IP subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and enter. No shutdown. So the interface is up. Yeah, so for that one it's fine. And config T, enter to interface gigabit 0/1. What IP address are we adding? IP add 192.1.